Hello?
What are different types of mobile devices? Well, there's the mobile phone, tablet, and MP3 player. By definition, a mobile device is a small handheld computing device, typically having a display screen and weighing less than 2 pounds. All mobile devices have operating systems. For example, Apple now has iOS 7. Most mobile devices can run Wi-Fi 3G, GPS, Bluetooth, and run on lithium batteries. Normally in today's world, those mobile devices are touchscreen.
From its first appearance in 1983, the cell phone has changed society, impacting the culture of the human race. Originally, the cell phone was big and bulky. It was inconvenient, and most people saw no need to have one when the normal house phone would do. With the cell phone becoming increasingly more convenient in size, use, and ability, cell phone popularity has drastically increased. Back in 2008, it was estimated that only 1 in 2 humans carried a cell phone. Since then, global cell phone subscriptions have increased from 12.4 million to over 6 billion. With the cell phone transformation from simple calls to smartphones, many businesses require a smartphone or other intelligent mobile device. Using smartphones to read or view business documents, 76% of businesses say mobile devices have increased employee responsiveness and decision-making speed, thus impacting and improving their productivity. In the U.S., smartphone use has been growing 28% year over year. It is predicted that by 2016, mobile users will increase, nearly doubling the current number of users. Mobile devices have changed over time, and with their change, have impacted society and will continue to do so.
One great trend among mobile devices was the invention of the camera phone. This all began in Korea and Japan in the year 2000. However, the J-phone model in Japan allowed you to send pictures electronically, and the camera had the capacity of 0.11 megapixels. America followed suit with this trend in 2002 with a camera phone that had 0.3 megapixel capability, as well as other camera features such as digital zoom, flash, and various filters. By the end of 2003, research firm IDC said that 80 million camera phones had been sold worldwide, with 6 million having been sold in the US alone. Analyst Ron Glaze of IDC said that more camera phones will have been sold worldwide than digital cameras in the year 2003. From then on began the race for the megapixels, as cameras began to show up with more capabilities and higher tech features than before, leading us up until today, when 70% of cell phones sold have a camera in them. According to NPD Retail Tracking Group, point-and-shoot camera sales have fallen 26% compared to the same period just a year ago. This all having been helped by the great trends that we've seen in cameras.
The development of mobile internet has revolutionized and legitimized the presence of mobile devices as a mass medium with longevity. When Apple released its first mobile device that offered the possibility of internet, many believed that this trend would soon die down, knowing that surely no one would ever want the internet on their devices. But as new, better technology emerged, suddenly the idea didn't seem so ludicrous. A mere 13 years later, magazines like Wired declared the web dead, but the internet alive and well only through mobile devices. As the speed of mobile providers was able to quicken, the only drawback of the technology disappeared. In fact, by 2017, the speed of mobile connection is projected to be 3,898 bits per second. Suddenly, people had the luxury of having every bit of information they'd ever need in the palm of their hands. Our culture changed into one powered by instantaneous information. The numbers of phones that have internet capabilities have far outnumbered the traditional phone, because who'd settle for just that? By 2017, smartphones will constitute over 2/3 of all phones. Mobile internet's increasing speed means that people now have more specialized devices. It has been a proponent of apps and will certainly dictate the future innovations that will undoubtedly stay the staple for all mobile devices. Over the last little while, these internet-ran apps that previously would have been impossible or deathly slow have enabled people to watch movies, catch the game, or Skype with loved ones instantaneously. Mobile internet traffic has grown from 1% in 2009 to 15% in 2013. If current trends continue, mobile use in the US and beyond will only continue to skyrocket. Surely mobile internet is here to stay and will solidify mobile devices as the future of the mass media.
A mobile application, or an app, is a software application that is designed to run on smartphones, tablet computers, and other mobile devices. Mobile application development requires the use of an interactive development environment, which is a software that provides facilities to computer programmers for software development. Mobile apps are tested within the development environment before they are released. Apps are usually distributed to the Apple's App Store, BlackBerry World, Google Play, the Nokia Store, the Windows Phone Store, the Windows Store, and the Samsung App Store. Mobile apps are dated back to the end of the 20th century and were originally for general productivity and to obtain information. The first couple of apps were generally arcade games, ringtone editors, calculators, calendars, etc. The most popular apps back then are the most common apps now: email, calendar, contacts, and stock market and weather information. After a while, the public demanded other apps, which included games, factory automation, GPS, and location-based services, banking, order tracking, and ticket purchases. The popularity of mobile apps has continued to rise as their usage has increased a significant amount. Market research firm Gartner reported that 102 billion apps will be downloaded in 2013.
In 2016, there will be an increase from 174 million to 265 million mobile users. Currently, Samsung has just come out with a Samsung Galaxy Round phone. It's a hybrid between a tablet and phone, also known as a phablet. This phone features an OLED screen, which happens to be concaved, and these OLED concave screens are helping manufacturers get away from two-dimensional screens, and they are hoping that more phones will have this feature, and TVs. People are saying maybe concave screens, and hopefully soon flexible phones will be the future. Yet, there's also other people saying in the next 10 years or so, smartphones will begin smaller and could be built into clothing or accessories. And then eventually smartphones will be implanted into our brains, and we would be able to tell it to do things such as send text messages, browse the internet, and open apps with our minds.